Hello, I'm Pam Carruthers of HealingStars.com. This is a new moon chart, 20th of February 2023. I use the whole sign to represent the houses. And here, the new moon and sun in Pisces. I also work with colour, and this is magenta. And magenta is very much to do with the highest chakra, the very spiritual part of the chakras. And we have Neptune and Venus also in Pisces. However, Sun and Moon are 1 degree of Pisces, but Neptune and Venus is just about to change sign into Aries. There is also Saturn here in Aquarius, in this purple sector. Here's Mercury, here's Saturn. And in the UK, the ascendant was also Aquarius. It's just gone 7 in the morning. Now Saturn has been in Aquarius for 2.5 years. Before that, it was Capricorn for 2.5 years. So we have all gone through 5 years of heavy duty Saturn. Strong, its own signs. And very soon it will change sign, and that really is the big news I would say of the whole year. So on the 7th of March, Saturn will be moving into Pisces for 2.5 years approximately, which is a very different quality to Saturn than it is right now. So we still have, the Sun, the Moon, Saturn, they are all very close. We also haven't forgotten about Pluto. Pluto is at 29 of Capricorn, so Pluto is at the last degree of that sign. So there's a lot of endings happening here, and then new beginnings, new birth. We have Aries, we have Jupiter moving close to Chiron. It's very close. That will occur later in March. And also what will be happening very soon is beautiful Venus as an evening star will be joining, shall we say, Jupiter along with the crescent moon. Wow, that is stunning. And that will occur in the UK on the 22nd of February, so this week, in a few days' time. How do you talk about Pisces? Well, it's a very nebulous sign. It's the last sign of the zodiac. So it is a very spiritual sign, very much about healing. It can be addictions of all sorts. One of mine is books. I have a thirst for knowledge, so I really do have a library of books. For you, it might be different. Oh, I also have a library, so to speak, a collection of tarot cards. And in the tarot, Pisces is the Hanged Man. A very spiritual card. In fact, my friend says the most spiritual card in the whole deck. Venus has been in Pisces now. Venus, or the whole of Pisces, is all about compassion, empathy. It's very sensitive. And if you have any planet in Pisces, you most probably are really feeling this new moon, because it's such a contrast to other new moons. You can see, hopefully, if you've been following me, we do have sextiles, semi-sextiles, they're talent orientated. And a trine, there's the trine, the south node is actually trining that sun and moon, and also the ascendant. So there's not a huge amount of tension per se. We still have Uranus in Taurus with that south node, the nodes of the moon, the karmic axis. We also do have Mercury in Aquarius, a sign it's very happy in. Mercury loves air signs. So this Mercury energy is square, making a right angle, a tension to Uranus. Now this is uncomfortable. Here, Mercury wants to be inspired, and Uranus is known as the higher vibration of Mercury. They are both in fixed signs. When we have fixed signs, it's very good for stabilizing things, but it also can be very stubborn. All the fixed signs, including Aquarius, it's often thought of as a water sign. It's not, it's the water bearer. It's a fixed mental sign. So it's very easy to, at this new moon, to feel really stuck, I would say, and also overwhelmed. A lot of Pisces energy can be very overwhelming, and feeling lost, because it's also very much to do with that ability to go within but not recognizing what's going on outside of us, being caught in dreams of the past especially, rather than being in the now, the here and now. We will have a dramatic change when Venus moves into Aries here, because then we're getting this stellium, it's called, of Aries energy linked to Mars. And last week we did have, on Thursday, that's when the Sun actually joined Saturn. And I don't know about you, but it was not an easy day. However, I managed, with the help of a very good friend, to solve a big problem that I was having at the time. So if you have any planet at 29 degrees of any sign, you are at this difficult, it is difficult when planets change sign. And Saturn is about resistance, you see. It's about also stalling, being stuck, not going anywhere. That's the nature of Saturn when it's strong. Tension of Mercury, yes, but Mercury on the 22nd, again, of this month, will trine Mars. Aha! So Mercury here, trining a flow to Mars in Gemini, which is Mercury's sign. So that is a very auspicious day this week to recognize, if you can look up, if there's hopefully a clear night, you will see the two benefics, that's Venus and Jupiter, very close together, along with the moon. Beautiful sight. I'm praying for a clear night. I really am. So planets, when they change sign, think of them as actors, and they're changing costume. So sometimes their costume is not really, it doesn't feel comfortable at all. Mercury's happy in Aquarius, it's very happy there. Neptune is happy in its own sign. Jupiter is good in Aries, it likes the sign of Aries. Mars is moving away, thank goodness, from that whole retrograde cycle. So Mars will change sign, and then it will move into Cancer. Now that is not going to happen fast. That's the 25th of March. However, if you're Cancer rising, as I am, it's going through the 12th house of your chart, which is all about sleep. And I have been having very restless sleep recently, and therefore I will be really pleased when Mars moves away from that part of my chart. What to take away? Things are moving fast. Nothing stays the same, and that's very true of astrology. Pluto will dip its toe into Aquarius, and I really mean that. It's only going to be really right at the beginning. That's on the 23rd of March. Don't get overexcited. I mean that. Astrologers, we can get carried away with things, go, oh, what a big event. Actually, it's not a big event. It's a very gradual easing in, and it's very technological, Aquarius, to do with groups of people. And we haven't lived through that in our lifetimes. We haven't. But we have lived through Saturn in Pisces. Think back in your life, around 1992, 94, that's when it was last there. And that was a real breakdown of the Soviet Union. That happened right then. Very peaceful. Nelson Mandela was freed. I worked on a newspaper, and the picture editor was so annoyed. He said, They're freeing a black man in the middle of the night. What a picture that is. In fact, it was twilight, but he got the point. He was right. It was such a quiet freedom of release of something that had been going on for such a long time. And of course, Nelson Mandela became the first black president in South Africa. That was extraordinary. What a man. What an extraordinary man. Okay, so watch out Wednesday 22nd and see if you can really witness this stunning, I mean it's stunning. If you want to wish upon a star, what better, you can't get better than that, frankly. And therefore, I wish you all the best for your wishes to come true. Thank you for watching. I'm Pam Carruthers of healingstars.com.